First of all, good morning, hope you're doing well. I have two gameplays for you. One is on Lotus, it's a match MVP with Killjoy, and the second is also a match MVP on Ascent. I'm gonna go through my thought process and generally how I like to play Killjoy in both these maps. If you enjoy, leave a like for me. Thank you for the support recently, and come join the Discord server down below. And otherwise, yeah, enjoy the video. Thank you. So first we have the Lotus MVP gameplay, and you can see we don't start off very well here. We're losing 2-0. I take this aggressive peek just to try and knock their confidence away, since we're losing the first couple rounds, and that was a very mental, orientated game. Try and knock their confidence a bit. And then as I rotate towards the A side to help my team, I leave the alarm bot on B. It's always good to just recycle your utility. If they don't come towards C, take it back and use it somewhere else. I did rotate a little bit too early, which is a mistake on my part, but I ended up taking the retake and hitting some crazy shots. Yeah, like you'll see here, I have no idea how I killed this guy through the smoke. In the following round, I use my alarm bots towards B. Again, if you play towards C or towards A, always leave either a turret or alarm bots towards B, because you can't allow the attackers to get information and lurk up on you so easily. Okay, it's very important, spread out your utility as much as you can when you play Killjoy. And since the alarm goes off here, I know they're definitely going towards B, so I prep up with my team. And then as the cipher cage goes up, I just listen for any audio information, which is why I'm able to see fades so easily. And a simple trade off the arena. Now, since they're not really taking C very aggressively, I decide to just put a default setup towards C, a simple molly combo with an alarm bot in between, and that way if they do decide to push up, I can have some, defensive utility to push them out pretty much. But once again, they don't go towards C, what a surprise, and I'm on the retake once again. Obviously, you want to reposition after every kill you get, but since I know that Rainer and Fade are both alive, and they're probably playing with each other, I try and be very cautious here, in terms of how I swing. This turret is actually very beneficial in this round, you'll see, but if you have turrets available, always try and put them down and swing off them like this. But you'll see it shoots towards spawn there, and my jet's able to capitalize and get the kill. In the following round, this is a mistake on my part. I want to highlight one of my big mistakes in this game. So you'll see we're rotating towards the A site, and since it's now 1 versus 2, I try and push up and get an early pick. My aim here is very bad. Okay, don't tell me in the comments. I know my aim is shit here, okay? But what I should have done here really, since I have the ultimate with KJ, kill the ISO and then reposition, use the ult and try and retake from there. Since Cypher's towards C, it doesn't really make sense to try and push the side here and run through tripwires. Now, since I knew they were playing towards C very heavily, I know for sure they'll be trying to rotate. So there should be one person stairs, which is why when you see me get the kill here, it looks kind of sus. But since I know there should be someone stairs rotating, that's why I'm able to see the guy there. There's a big tip too, since my turret was on flank and I know the guy's here towards stairs, I retake the turret and then try to place it down again once I have time. But she swings on and gets the easy pick through the wall. Next round, they're actually playing very aggressively here. You'll see they use an Omen Flash, an ISO ability, and try to push us back. And we do end up dropping a teammate, unfortunately. But I use these mollies here. They're very simple towards stairs to not only push them away from stairs, but give me a timing to where I can then lurk upstairs and get a pick as they rotate. So you'll see I throw both of these down here, just simple left click jump throws towards stairs. Try and push the guy away. And then you'll see I push up here and get an easy little lurk up with good timing. And yes, the turret is very basic, but it's always about trying to isolate angles. If I have the turret there, I know he can't peek from doors, and then we can all focus our efforts towards spawn instead. So try and isolate these angles with Killjoy and attack. In the following round, we just end up getting obliterated on C, unfortunately. You see Raze dies here, and I make a big mistake. So I see someone's behind me, and I just whiff out with no crosshair placement, and get picked off for free. Unfortunately in this round both my duelists die in pretty dumb ways. So Jed dies and then Raze decides to push in for some reason by herself. No idea why. But pay attention to my crosshair placement here and my movements. Okay, so when I peek out here, only using A and D on my keyboard. And C. Because my movement's so linear, I can then just peek out and not even move my mouse on the guy's stairs. And then just like last time, I know they have to rotate in from B and from C, so I try and push up and get a frag. And then in the following round, I use these mollies here towards backsides. Because I think Cypher's probably playing here with his tripwires. I try and isolate the Cypher, make him get nervous and reposition. And then my teammates luckily just carry me in this round and we're able to get the victory. So you'll see here I get the match MVP with Killjoy. Pretty easy gameplay, nothing too extravagant, but we did our job. Next we have the Ascent game, and for this first round here on pistol, I always put my turret up on barrels. It's really hard to break, so it just makes the most sense. And I use a setup, pretty basic setup, towards the B site with an alarm bot just in between here. They do unfortunately go towards the A side, so it was a bit depressing, to be honest. When you are retaking towards the A side, the B side, doesn't really matter. Always try and use your turrets here inside the smoke. So you'll see I put a very simple turret inside the smoke here. Just so when he fades away, I can then use it to like get information on where people are playing. And then for the second round, I usually like to buy myself a outlaw. And paired with your turret, the outlaw and turret combo is really dangerous. And then a very simple just hold with the outlaw. Nothing too crazy here, but just making sure with the outlaw, I'm keeping my distance, not pushing in and taking dumb peeks. In this round I make a big mistake here. As you can see, I peek out on the jets just with no crosshair placement and die. But you'll see in this round, when I peek again towards mid, I learn from my mistakes and I'm ready for the jet. So you see I peek out here, I know she could be there and gets the pretty easy one tap. And then it's a 1v1 situation, I have the ultimate ready and I decide to play from main. So when I know he's in main and then onto site for sure, I drop the ult down and place my turret so when he has to leave site to go to CT, I can just pick him off like this. In this round, they unfortunately took the B site very easily, and I do make an interesting play. So I get the first pick here towards market. And at this point, it's a 1v1. I decide to use my turrets to try and bait out the chamber here. So once I fall, I drop the turret down next to me. And my thinking was to try and distract him and make him shoot my turret, which he does, but unfortunately my crosshair placement is just not very good, and it's a pretty easy kill for chamber. So I should have really just adjusted my crosshair. Now, since I have the ultimate, I decide to play retake towards the A site. I have a molly there just to try and deny the spike from going down, and then I play towards tree with the ultimate. They take the B site once again, and since I have the ultimate ready again, I try the same play, but this time I have the molly to combo with it. So you see here, I use the molly to combo, and this way if they have to leave towards spawn, they have to run through my molly. Usually for pistol round on the attacking side, I like buying the double mollies and the pistol with the armor. This way you can get the lineups with the mollies, and then if your teammate dies, you can pick up the ghost and still have the full armor. Just using the mollies here to try and clear the common positions like CT and market and help my team take some space. In this round here, I decide to go lurk towards B site. So I lead my team towards A and place the alarm bar down here. This just makes sure if they go and try to flank me from main, I have protection with the alarm bot. So I can safely play towards mid and not worry about getting hit from behind, pretty much. Just playing safe here. And since I know they're going to rotate, I try and hold mid, just wait for footsteps, and then pick off the jet for free. In the following round, I decide to once again lurk, but towards A this time. Now Brimstone has the one-way smoke, and it's a bit too risky to peek here, so I try and stay close and wait for him to make a mistake. But eventually he doesn't peek up here, and since I'm already in a good position, I decide to use my mollies to do lineups here. Now notice how I throw these quite quick. Since my teammates are on site and isolated, I know I don't have time to sit back and use these the entire round. Leave a like down below for the sexy play. And then yeah, from here, final round, it's pretty simple here. I peek out. Instead of trying to respect the smoke, I instead push up here. I'm feeling very confident about myself. But I do make one mistake, which you'll see in just a moment. I decide to lurk a little bit too slow and leave my teammates to die. But fortunately my Reyna does pop off here, and we end up winning the game. And there we are, match MVP in both games. If you enjoyed the video, please have a like down below, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching.